What's up guys, Free to Play Ryan here, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the cards from Blackrock Mountain. 17 cards have been released so far, 14 cards will be released tomorrow, so look forward to that. And we'll just get underway. I'm going to review them in alphabetical order, and I'll be reviewing them in Constructed and Arena, so see how good they are. First up, we got the Axe Flinger. It is a 4 mana 2/5. Whenever this minion takes damage, to deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. In Constructed, I believe this card is poor. It's gonna be tried out, I guess, in like Whirlwind, like in Rage Warriors, but it's just not going to work. I just think there's too many cards that heal up, or there's just better stats in this card, and it will be defeated pretty easy. Also in Arena, this is the same case. The stats are just not good enough. Alright, next up we got Blackwing Corrupter. It's a 5 mana 5/4 battle cry. If you're holding a dragon, deal 3 damage. So in Constructed, this will be pretty good in a dragon deck, I assume, like a control-ish deck. And I think this will actually work out pretty good. 3 damage is like a fire elemental from Shaman, and that card's been played like everywhere. It's been crazy. So you just lose your 1 mana and your 1/1 buff, and you just get there in the end. In Arena, I believe this card is gonna be average. It's still like a booty bait body card in Arena. Unless you have dragons and you can combo it well, I think that'll be a great card. Up next, we got a Blackwing Technician. It's 3 mana 2/4, but if you're holding a dragon, it gains 1/1. This card is pretty good. Like a 3 mana 3/5. There's none in the game, I'm pretty sure. Actually, there's Falguard from Warlock, and that's not seeing play, but it's got Taunt and you lose a mana. So it's not really a 3 mana 3/5. But I think this 3 mana 3/5 is going to shake up the game. Like, we haven't seen any 2 mana dragons yet. But the fact that if you're holding a dragon, instead of if a dragon's in play, instead of like mechs is like if a dragon's in play, you get an advantage. This is if you're holding cards. So I think this card is incredible. Like Millhouse Mana Storm says, this card is incredible and it's going to be seed play in dragon decks. In Arena, it's sort of average because you're not like guaranteed to get a dragon, but I still believe this is still going to be a strong card. Up next, we've got a 4 mana 4/4 battle cry. If your hand is empty, gain a 3/3. And this is Core Rager. What did Hunter just need? They just needed a card that just gets buffed if your hand is empty. Nah, but serious, this card is pretty good in Constructed. I think 4 mana might be a little bit high, might be pushing, and it's actually BGH range. But will people be playing BGH? Depends on the dragon mana, doesn't it? It'll be tried out, and I think it won't work. It's just too much mana. 4 mana 7/7. You already got 4 mana 8/8s for hand lock, so don't think that will work. For Arena, if you make a aggressive deck, I guess it might work, yeah. But I don't play much Hunter, so I don't know that much in Arena. So up next we have Dark Iron Skull. It's a 5 mana 4/3 battle cry. Deal 2 damage to all undamaged enemy minions. I believe this card is going to make a new genre. It's gonna make Control Rogue. It's going to. It's that good. This is just, I reckon at worst case you're gonna have, it's pretty much 2 backstabs out of nowhere, and probably at best case against like a rush deck, and he's just filled the board, and then you just go Dark Iron Skull, and it's just so tempo swinging. That's crazy, and that's what Rogue really needs. It just really needs a tempo swinging card such as this card. In Arena, this card is even more insane. Rogue is actually pretty good in Arena. I reckon it's the top 3 classes right now, and this will just make it even better. Watch out for this card. Next up, we've got Dragon Egg. It's a 1 mana 0/2, but whenever this minion takes damage, summon a 2/1 whelp. This card is pretty interesting. I see this card in SOOOO. SOOOO used to like work on teamwork. It's like a teamwork deck, you know. You buff this guy, you help this guy, work together, yeah, team. SOOOO just fell apart just because the teamwork, you know. It was hunting down, no team huddles, no team meetings. But this guy is like, he's like He's like they've just bided a guy from outside and he's getting in the team. I think SOOOO might be back just because of this card. It's pretty good. Think of it as nearly as a zombie chow, but you have to enrage it, so just a little bit worse. In arena, this card will be terrible. It's only 5 mana costing card for mage. So this is first, it's deal 4 damage, cost 1 less for each minion die this turn. This card is not so great, just because there's already got a card that deals damage, you know, it's 4 mana, deals 6 damage, I don't know if you heard of it, it's Fireball or something. You arena players might have heard of that, but constructed, you hardly see it. It's kind of, well, you can compare it to the card that already does 4 damage. Now, Flame Counter, you're not seeing that being played, but that's random damage. I think this card is going to be a 3 mana, deal 4 damage most of the time. And that's not good, but that's Shadow Bolt, and Shadow Bolt's not good enough. In arena, I'll pick cards over this card. It's not that good. Up next we got Dragon Crusher. It's a 6 mana 6/6 battle cry. If your opponent has 15 health or less, gain 3/3. This card is pretty low. Like I said before, if you have aggressive type of cards, you can see that's aggressive just by the text. It's gonna be a bit below standards. I'm just saying this right now. If it's got aggressive text, it has to be below 4 mana. I'm just gonna say it right now. It might change in the future, but I think that if you're going for that aggressive as that, if your opponent's 15 health or less by turn 6, that's aggressive. And I don't think the benefit is that much good in Constructor, but Arena is a different thing. So if you top deck this at the end stage, it's a 6 mana 9/9, that's pretty good. I just don't see that being like really overpowered. Up next we got Dragon King Sorcerer. It's a 4 mana 3/5. Whenever you target this minion, so whenever you target it, you gain a 1/1. I think this card is pretty good. I'll probably be using it a lot. It's my type of card. I'll be putting it in Paladin, I'll be putting it in Priest, probably put it in Druid even. It's pretty interesting. There's another 4 mana card that might take its place, but I still think this is pretty good in Priest. I'm going to try it out as well. In Arena, this is a pretty good card. I reckon there's a lot of spells in Arena, and you can just probably gain just a little bit of advantage by having that spell instead of a 3/5. Having a 4/6 is pretty important for 4 mana. Up next we got Flame Waker. It's a 3 mana 2/4. After you cast the spell, deal 2 damage randomly split along all enemies, so this can hit the person in the face like missiles. All that I think of when I see this card is you drop this card, you coin, 2 damage goes. You do missiles, and then 5 damage goes. That's what I just think of when I see this coin, and is that good? I would like to say yes, because 7 damage randomly normally is gonna kill. It's gonna kill like a 3 health or a 4 health creature on turn. So you got the coin on his turn 3, and then you play it. I reckon it's good against aggressive cards. So this is an aggressive card, and if you're playing another aggressive card, this is a good card to have with other spells. The thing is, without a spell, this is not going to be too great. You're just going to get overrun. So for Arena, if you got some spells, I think definitely pick this. Like low costing spells, indeed, definitely pick this. Up next we got Grim Patron, a 5 mana 3/3. Whenever this minion survives damage, summon another Grim Patron. It's going to be a hordes of Grim Patrons. I bet you there'll be a whole board of them one time. So if you Whirlwind and then do the Whirlwind effect of the Death Spite, you summon 4 of these dudes, because once you summon one dude, I'm pretty sure you'll have the same text as the other dude, so he summons another dude, so you got 4. Now what do you have 4 of? 1 is a 3/3, 2 is a 3/2, and 1 is 3 rank. I think that's how it works. That seems pretty good, but the thing is, it's 5 mana for that effect, and you have to have the Death Spite charge ready, and the Whirlwind. It just takes too much to set up. I think it costs too much and it won't work. In Arena, this is a poor card because it's hard to get activators in Arena, and a 5 mana 3/3 is not good. Up next we have Hungry Dragon. It's a 4 mana 5/6. Goodbye Yeti. Battle cry, summon a random 1 cost minion for your opponent. So instead of summoning it for yourself, like Piloted Sky Golem and Piloted Shredder, you summon it for your opponent, and it's a battle cry, so they get it straight away. And this is a dragon. I think that tips it over the edge of being good. Like a 4 mana 5/6, you give them about a 2/1. That's sort of even out to a Yeti pretty much, nearly. But the fact that it's a dragon and dragon decks, I think are going to be really good. This card is incredible. It is. In Arena, I think this card's really good. And it can get fireballed, so against mages it's sort of iffy, but it's still a really powerful card. Up next we got Imp Gang Boss. It's 3 mana 2/4. Whenever this minion takes damage, summon a 1/1 imp. Sort of a imp master feel I'm getting here, but it's just got that extra attack. I think that's really important. There's a really big difference between 1 attack and 2 attack. A lot of things would be much better if it had 2 attack instead of 1 attack, and that's really important to remember. The fact that it has 2 attack and it's 3 mana, I can actually trade with those 3/2s in Arena, and sometimes in Constructed, but you hardly see 3/2s in Constructed. So Constructed, I think this will be in Demon Lock. Maybe some Demon Heart on this, maybe. I think it'll be tried out, but it won't be the best card. Maybe just 1, just so you get a 3-drop. Demon Lock doesn't really have a 3-drop, so this is a good spot for that. For Arena, it's still a really good card. It's pretty much a 3 mana 3/5. It's sort of a better Harvest Golem. It's sort of a worse Harvest Golem for Arena. Up next we got Lava Shock. It's a 2 mana, deal 2 damage, and you unlock your overloaded mana crystals. We haven't seen a card like this, so I don't know really how to judge it, but I think it would have to be in a specific deck, like a sort of an overload combo wombo, maybe finisher shaman, because it's not strong enough to be just in every deck, every control or tempo shaman there is, but there's not many shamans around these days. Is the effect good enough to give it that? I'm gonna say no. In Arena this card's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be a 2 damage 2 mana spell, and it's just gonna be pretty bad. So we got the first of the legendaries here, Nefarian. It's a 9 mana 8/8 battlecry. Add 2 random spells to your hand from the opponent's class. There's more bad spells than good spells, I'm saying. And I don't think this card's gonna work. If this was an 8 mana 8/8, I think this card would be incredible, because there's so many 2 mana spells, so that would be really useful. But 1 mana spells typically are bad. There's probably going to be some Trollden videos or funny moments with this card, but that's all it is. It's just a funny moments card. It'll have its time to shine, and that'll be about it. Up next we got Ren Blackhand. It's a 7 mana 8/4, so the stats are not good at all. But if you're holding a dragon, you can destroy a legendary minion. Now people have said this card is terrible, like absolutely garbage. Now I think this is better than people say it is, because when Blackrock Mountain comes out, everyone will be trying the dragon deck, I reckon. They'll be just trying it out because it seems the most strong right now. So if you put this in your dragon deck, there's a lot of dragons that are legendaries. Imagine getting Sorcerer with this card and just saying I'm sorry afterwards, because how good this is. This is sort of a fun card, but I can see it working actually. It's a big tempo swing. So Constructed, it's below average, and for Arena this is absolutely terrible. Do not pick Hemet Nessenwary over this card. This is how terrible in Arena this is. So finally we've got Volcanic Drake. It's a 6 mana 6/4, costs 1 less for each minion that's died that turn. This card, I'm gonna say right now, is insane. This card, I see this card being played Constructed, a 4 mana 6/4, and Arena 2 mana 6/4. That's how I see this card, and even a 4 mana 6/4 is really good, and that's probably like a worst case scenario, because you can set it up so like you still have a minion around. So think about you, Lothab, and then he can't really kill it because Lothab reduces the spells and he can't do nothing about it. And then you trade your Lothab into his card he's just placed in, and it's already 4 mana. And that's without doing just one trade, and you pretty much gain 2 mana. That's incredible. I really like this card. This card's gonna be insane, especially in arena. I'll be picking this card a lot of the times. This card would be even more insane if this was 5 health, but it is 4 health, so interesting. So that's the last of the cards for part 1. We got part 2 coming up tomorrow as they release all the rest of the cards in one lot. So I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I respect you.